Hi everyone, Annette Kessler here with a new video tutorial, and today I'm going to show you how to make a herringbone pattern on canvas. You can use this technique for papers, for boxes, for any flat surface that you want. So first I need to color my background. I want to make it really colorful, so I'm using lots of acrylic paints, and I'm just going to add lines on my canvas with the different colors until I covered it completely. Of course, you need to make sure that you dry each layer in between, otherwise everything is going to get completely mixed together and you'll get a muddy color. So I'm using red, orange, yellow, and blue, and I'm simply covering the entire surface of the canvas, including all the sides. And again, this technique will also work on an art journal page, a scrapbook page, a wooden box, whatever you want to create. It's the same technique as long as it's a flat surface. So once you have your background ready, and you can do this on a pattern paper if you want without making the background. So what you need next is masking tape. It doesn't really matter what size of masking tape you use. I mean, what type of, how thick it is, how wide it is. You just need to make sure that you cut the masking tape into equal pieces. So you need all the pieces to be in the exact same size. So you decide what size you want them to be. I am using I think this is about 1/2 inch wide masking tape, and I'm cutting the pieces to be 1.5 inches long. And now I'm going to start making the pattern. So the first one is going to be diagonal in the center, and then all of the pieces are going to go in relation to that first piece that we made. Most important thing to remember or to do is to have equal spaces between the masking tape pieces. So just see the spaces even, and you will be fine. You can measure, but I'm eyeballing it. So this is the order of placing the masking tape pieces you need to follow. So just make sure that you follow the exact same order that I'm doing. So what we're going to do is cover the entire canvas with these masking tape pieces, and making sure that everything is covered. And then we're going to continue to create our pattern. So what we're basically doing is masking. We are covering the canvas with masking tape pieces, and then we're going to cover it with white acrylic paint. And then once we remove those masking tape pieces, we're going to see the pattern created. So I'm just going to finish with all the masking tape pieces. It's maybe a little bit time consuming, but believe me, it's worth it. It's really a fun pattern to make. Another thing that I want to do is not have the entire canvas covered. I want to remove some of the masking tape pieces, just a few, to create a little bit more interest on the canvas. So I'm just removing, this is completely up to you, you don't have to do it, only if you want to. I'm just removing a few pieces just to make things a little bit more interesting. So once you have finished removing all the pieces that you want to remove, if you decide to do that, we're going to paint the entire canvas with white acrylic paint. Now it depends. I'm going to make 2, maybe even 3 layers. It all depends on how colorful your canvas is, because what you need to do is make sure that the canvas is completely white and you can't see any colors underneath. So if you need 3 coats for that, just go ahead and make 3 coats. If you need 2 coats of paint, fine. Just make 1 coat of paint, let it dry, see if it's opaque enough or if it's a little bit transparent, and then you can see the pattern underneath, and then decide if you need another coat of paint or not. I think I'm going to need 2, maybe 3. We're going to see. So let's paint the entire canvas with white acrylic paint. And you see what I mean? When you color it, when you paint it, you can still see the colors underneath. That's why you need more than 1 coat of paint. But you need to make sure that the first coat is completely dry before you add another. So this is my second coat. Don't forget to paint the sides. So you see that the second coat looks much better, but there are still some areas that I can still see the paint, so I might need to do a 3rd coat of paint. We'll see after it's dry. Okay, so I think that's enough. So the next thing to do is to start removing the pieces of masking tape covering the canvas or whatever you made your pattern on. And you see that the pattern reveals itself and that it looks really, really cool. Imagine making a mini album cover with it, or a wooden box, or a scrapbook page background. This is a really, really cool technique. Just use the tip of the knife or your nails to remove the pieces. The masking tape is not very sticky usually, so you won't have any problem removing it. Isn't that cool? This is really, really cool. It's actually even cooler than I thought it would be. Okay, so just keep removing. This is how it looks when it's finished. Isn't this cool? Isn't this pretty? Just going to add a little word for a title. You can see that we have white rectangles where we didn't have any masking tape covering the canvas. These are the holes that we created because remember we removed some pieces in the beginning. Actually, this came out really pretty. I really hope you like this tutorial. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click on the little bell icon to be notified when I upload a new video so you won't miss anything, and you'll be able to follow all the tutorials and make all these crazy cool projects. So I really hope you like this tutorial and that you'll give it a try. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you next time.